Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from the beautiful metaverse. And this is Reverend Don's vlog. It's New Year's Day for year 22 Aquarius, 2022 AD. And I am coming to you live um, as I speak, which is a brand new thing for me in terms of the vlog. And I'm a couple of minutes late because it was a brand new thing for me in terms of the vlog. I hope that you will enjoy our little presentation. For those of you who are not familiar with Reverend Don's vlog, Reverend Don's vlog is a feature that I did starting in 2010 and ran pretty much a solid 10 years, but started petering out toward the end. And I'm hoping to reboot it today and to do it afresh in this new year, but as a live broadcast, whereas previously it was recorded. And I'm planning to do it at least 3 days a week. When I started all those years ago, it was 7 days a week. I'm not, I don't think I can quite stretch to that at this moment, but 3 days a week will be good. We're starting today. The next one will be on Monday, also at 1 p.m. And the vlog began as me talking about things going on in my life that was boring. So instead, we started taking viewers' questions. And for the resulting 10 years, that's what we did. We took many questions. We even have a book series based on the question, Reverend Don's book of questions. And we had questions that we addressed on subjects from magic and ritual and psychism and the nature of deity, the soul, time, things like ghosts and the paranormal, and in some cases, some very practical issues as well, such as teaching one's children and issues of the news at different times. And also, the vlog periodically does things like interviews or remote broadcasts from places I happen to be. And all of that will still be how the vlog runs. So if you have any questions you'd like to see me address on the vlog, put them in the comments section or send them to me at donlewishp@aol.com, and I will address your question. And sometimes I get a lot of questions, so it takes a while to get to all of them. Sometimes I don't get to all of them, but I do my best. And I'm hoping that we will have many interesting questions come in. And some of the interesting questions we've done in the past included things like, why are dolls the most frequently haunted object? My answer was they're not, but that's a different vlog. What will astrology be like when we are a space-going culture? Will astrology change? What will the wheel of the year look like to future humans who may not live on Earth? And would it change with their circumstances? And if you want to know the answers to those questions, they're in the old vlogs and also in the books. But today, I do not have a question because it's New Year's Day, and I thought I would talk about some New Year's beliefs and customs. And there is a belief I'm particularly fond of, which is the idea that things that you want to do throughout the year, you should make an attempt to do, at least in a token sense, on New Year's Day. And you put that energy into the year by doing so. So I try to do a little bit of everything that I want to do in the upcoming year, sometime during New Year's Day. Of course, you cannot always fit everything in. And not doing it doesn't mean that you won't have it through the year, but it won't have quite the same push in that belief. New Year's, of course, has occurred on different dates in different cultures throughout the millennia. Many ancient peoples would time their New Year actually to the spring or fall solstice more than to, or I beg your pardon, to the spring or fall equinox more than to the winter solstice. But the Romans put it at the winter solstice, more or less, January 1st, a few days after the winter solstice. But this ties it irrevocably to the idea of the rebirth of the sun, the rebirth of the year, and the equation of these two things. And in modern paganism, this is a very strong energy, the idea of the year renewed at midwinter, beginning in youth and moving through to old age at the end of the year. And this has a lot to do with the wheel of the year as most modern pagans celebrate it. There are many other traditions that are connected to New Year's. There's a belief that the first person that you meet outside of your house on New Year's Day is an omen for the year. Some would even say within the house, if there are multiple possible people. Everything, in fact, that happens on New Year's Day can be taken as an omen. So there are many different things. One of the more interesting things in ancient Rome, the goddess Strenia was honored on New Year's Day. And Strenia is believed to live on as La Befana, the so-called Christmas witch or Epiphany witch of Italian tradition. And La Befana's ceremonies included sweeping out the old year to make way for the new, and the giving of gifts on New Year's Day. And these gifts were intended in a magical sense to give strength for the coming year, to give good fortune for the coming year. This has largely transferred itself for Christians to the Christmas or Epiphany holiday, and for many modern pagans to the solstice. But it is quite appropriate at New Year's, which is actually when the goddess Strenia was honored with these customs. Now, I thought the next thing that I would do for today is a brief little reading about the new year. And I have my cards, and I'm going to get them out. And we will see what they have to say for the new year. And I'm using the Infinite Tarot. And if you're not familiar with the Infinite Tarot, it is a customizable tarot deck of my creation, which is available at CorellianPublishing.com, and which has as its base the Tarot of Hecate, which was already an expanded tarot of 100 cards. And then there are many other expansion decks that you can add to customize your deck, putting in what you want, taking out what you don't, so that your deck becomes unique to you. In my case, I've got them all on the deck. I'm not sure I can put any more in and still be able to shuffle it, but we're going to see what they have to say for the new year. And I'm just going to take a couple of moments to shuffle it. I'm also going to take a moment to look at our broadcast while I do this. And this is definitely a new way of doing the vlog for me. And we will pull a couple of cards, and I want to say hello to those who are watching, and hello to Kimberly, hello to Isaac, hello to everyone who is watching. And I'm going to draw 3 cards, and we'll see what they do. Our first card is Euterpe, and Euterpe is the muse of music. And I'm going to hold her here. I'm going to draw the second card. The second card is Scorpio, which of course is an astrological sign. I'm going to draw the third card. And the third card is Foxglove, Death MacLeod from the Ancestor deck. So of our 3 tarot cards, they're all from the expansion pack. One is from the Ancestors, one is from the Muses, one is from the Astrology pack. And what would I take these to say? I would say that this is going to be an intense year with a lot of fearless activity, or at least ideally fearless activity. Euterpe, music, express yourself, express your message in the world. Best thing you can do in this year, Scorpio, strong emotion, passion, doing the thing that makes your heart sing. And, Scorpio is said to come in three kinds: the scorpion, the serpent, and the eagle. Be the eagle, answer to your highest calling and express yourself, and let your emotions power you rather than hold you back. And Foxglove is one of the most interesting ancestors. She was probably the most, I guess I would say, the most talented and capable person I have known in this life. And she seemed to be able to do anything she set her mind to. And I would take that as our message for the year, that we can do whatever we set our mind to in this year, powered by our emotions and expressing our message. And I think I would add to that, if we go into this year not doing those things, we will find that the year is fighting us. But if we do express ourselves, express our passion in the world, I think we will find that we can do whatever we choose to do. I'm going to draw 3 more cards to add to this. And let's see what they are. And we have Cancer, the Magus, or magician, and the number 0. And of course, Cancer is from the astrology deck. The magician is from the traditional arcana, and 0 is from the numerology deck. And these basically are saying the same thing in a slightly different way. Cancer is saying there will be a lot of emotion this year, and it must be channeled positively in order to be a good thing. The magician says that we're in the position to do whatever it is we wish to do, that we have the skills, the tools that we need to do it, and we must use them. And the number 0 is the chaos moment. Everything is possible. And of course, every moment is really the chaos moment. But as years go, this year is going to be a bit of a chaos moment. And what is the chaos moment? The chaos moment is the moment when old patterns are broken, and therefore new patterns can be established. Any moment when you break old patterns is the chaos moment. But coming up in a New Year's reading, I would say this year will be a time of breaking old patterns, establishing new patterns. And we must be very careful of what new patterns we establish. And, we are, at least by Correllian reckoning, in the opening years of the New Age. And the point of that is letting go of what you don't want to carry forward into the New Age and creating what you do. The New Age will set itself if we do not take an active role in creating it. If you're not given to the concept of the New Age, then this is still true of life. Life will create itself if you don't create it. So I would say this reading is saying that we must take a very active role in creating what we want, that we must make sure that we are expressing ourselves and not holding back, and that if we do so, it will be a very positive year. I'm going to draw 1 more card. And the card I've drawn is the rune Rairo. And it's from the rune deck, obviously, that is part of the Infinite Tarot. You can see it has a little road going forward. But my first thought in drawing this is it's going to be a wild ride, but it's also movement forward, it's motion, and it's saying this will be a year when a lot is done. And we must be the ones doing it, or others will. And so I would say we should be prepared for a very dynamic year, and we must be prepared to be dynamic ourselves in dealing with it. And with that, I'm going to draw slowly to a close. If you enjoy the vlog, please hit like, subscribe, and share according to what platform you're seeing it on. The next one will be on Monday at 1 p.m. If you have any questions you'd like to see me address, please put them in the comment section wherever you happen to be seeing the vlog. And I wish you a happy new year. And until next time, may you blessed be.